Three-star wide receiver Devin Fitzgerald, the son of Hall of Famer, legendary wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know, Devin, are you the best football player in your family?
Not yet. I'm trying to get there.
I love that. All right. I know you got a decision coming July 5th. You got a finalist group, I believe, still of Notre Dame, Clemson, UNC, Stanford. I think Arizona State's in there, UCLA as well.
I think, my top four. I dropped my top four last week. It's Clemson, UCLA, Notre Dame, Stanford.
Okay. So we'll go with those four. We'll start with Notre Dame. What stands out about the Irish?
I would say just the people. I really think the people there, the community they have over there, and like just how all the alum come back to the Irish. To South Bend. But it just shows how great the school is, how people come back and support. And
then what about the Clemson Tigers?
I would say Coach Sweeney, he's special. He's a special coach, great coach. And I like all the other kids also. I thought all the players were cool.
Okay. And then how about Stanford?
Stanford, it's just the best school in the country. The best academics. You're in California. Chance to play early. Yeah.
Did you get around Andrew Luck when you went up there?
I did.
What was he like?
He's changing it around for sure. He's trying to make it more of a football culture.
And then I think lastly you said UCLA?
Yeah,
What
UCLA.
appeals about the Bruins?
Coach Foster, Coach Toller, a great relationship with both of them. And also I like the quarterback situation they have over there. It's Anderson, Cali, great location.
No argument with that.
I was going to say, hey, Tom used to live in South Bend. I used to live in South Bend, man. It's a fun place. Some Notre Dame fans out there are going to be a little upset. Huffman's been there for a game. He likes South Bend.
No, I think it's fun right there on campus, but there's not much to do. You got to make your own fun. That's okay.
There's a reason why they keep you guys on campus. Huff, I'm going to put you on the spot. I know you're a big fan of Devin Fitzgerald. Why should the Final Four, those fans, be excited about this guy?
Well, you're looking at a guy who just continues to get better. My guy, Jason Jewell, stop holding you back and, throw the ball a little bit more. But part of one of the most talented wide receiver rooms in the country. Between him, Dalen Sharper, Donovan McNabb Jr., a lot of star power there. And, quarterback situation where you got Vandenbosch just throwing you the ball. But this is a kid that I think is going to be playing his best football over the next 4 years. You're going to be announcing your decision with us on CBS Sports on July 5th between those four schools. When your dad was being recruited 25 years ago, obviously the recruiting process was much different.
Yeah.
He went to Pitt, had a phenomenal career, got robbed in the Heisman Trophy. Yes, I said it. But you've been able to grow up around the game. You've been able to, watch what a refined professional receiver has done. How much of a developer as a receiver, not just as, your father, in terms of taking you on the road with these visits? I know he's gone on a lot of these visits with you. But what is the biggest things that you learned from your dad as a receiver over the last few years?
As a receiver, I feel just the little tips and tricks he gives me, and also just you want to fall in love with like the training and like the work you have to put in to get there. You don't want to fall in love with like the results. That's really what gets you through it, and that's what he really preaches to me. And I feel like that's something you really got to focus on.
UCLA and Clemson don't have any ties to you, but Stanford got a commitment from your teammate Dalen Sharper a couple weeks ago. Notre Dame had your teammate last year, Cree Thomas, who I believe was your host on the official visit. So UCLA and Clemson are doing their own recruiting, but who's recruiting you harder right now, Cree or Dalen?
I see Dalen every day, so of course Dalen, but Cree will text me probably every other day. I say they're both on me.
Notre Dame's the school that a ton of NFL legacies have ended up there in South Bend. You mentioned all the alum coming back. How much has Dad kind of steered this recruitment, or has it been all you? Have you gravitated towards these schools, or has he kind of, pushed you in some direction, maybe because of some of the relationships he's had?
He hasn't really pushed me in a sort of direction. I feel he's really letting me make the decision, but he has preached to me what he believes is important, which is of course academics. It is not just a 4-year commitment; it's a lifetime commitment.
Arizona football. Huffman's moving to Arizona here.
Yeah.
You're out here at this national event, right? A lot of kids from Florida, a lot of kids from California, a lot of kids from Georgia. What are you trying to prove here at the OT7 Finals?
I just love to show that Arizona can compete. Like Tucson Turf, most of the kids are from Arizona, and we never do bad. Last year we top 4. We lost to SFE by 1 point. I think one of the highest 7-on-7 games ever. So we're here to compete and just put Arizona on the stage.
Tucson Turf is an absolute force. We were joking about it earlier. They have to be among the favorites, and it doesn't hurt that they have you playing for them. So Devin Fitzgerald, we appreciate your time. Big decision coming up soon. We're excited to host it on 24/7 Sports and CBS Sports. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think we might be going quickly to a nice segue here into Samari Matthews, top 247 cornerback, but Devin Fitzgerald, man.
Huff, where's he going, man? You're all over
What's
it.
the prediction?
I mean,
Get a crystal ball in.
It does seem like Notre Dame has been the trendy pick for quite some time with Cree Thomas there. I know that he really connected. You mentioned the NFL legacies. He did a photo shoot with Kadon Finley, whose dad, Jermichael, played in the NFL, with Thomas Davis, whose dad played in the NFL. On that visit, he spent time with Jerome Bettis, with with Bryce Young, two NFL legacies themselves. And I think that that's something that, if you're a dad and you've been in the NFL and you want your kids around guys that are going to be, kind of similar, that had similar experiences, being under a microscope, being under the spotlight of being the son of an NFL star, that's a good place to go. But I know that, Clemson, it was weird because they brought him out for an official visit without having offered him. They didn't offer him till the official visit. We all know that Dabo Swinney has his own style of recruiting, but that to me was one of the most unique recruitments in that they brought him out for the visit, wanted to see how real that interest was, then offered him on that trip. So I'm not going to count out Clemson entirely, UCLA and Stanford with the West Coast ties, but right now things are looking good for the Irish.
Well, I'll say this before we get to smoke real quick. I mean, Clemson, Notre Dame, I love what they're doing both at wide receiver at those positions. I think the Irish have really picked it up. You brought up Elijah Burris. I think he's going to play as a true freshman in 2025. I don't know if that's a hot take or anything, but I've heard some good stuff about Elijah Burris. And then, Bubba Frazier, Dylan Faison, Jordan Faison's brother. And I think with what Clemson has committed, Connor Salmon, Naeem Burrows, Devin would certainly kind of add some more firepower to both those recruiting classes, which are already really good at the wide receiver position.